Belly Up Sports presents the 3rd and 10 podcast, your home for all things New York football giants. Here are your hosts, Nathan Nguyen and Brian Germinaro. Take it away, fellas.
The NFL season has officially came to an end, but it ended with a bang.
Well, I don't know about bang.
I mean, look, the game wasn't that bad. Oh, the first 3 quarters were sort of bad. And in the fourth quarter, we saw a little bit more scoring. But at least the team that won is a team that won, deserved to win. And 2, it was just a magical season for this particular team, as the Seattle Seahawks are your Super Bowl 60 champions. I well deserved. They deserved it, no doubt about it. An incredible defense, a quarterback who was written off by so many people, teams. It honestly, I'm happy about the team that won this year. Last year, of course, we weren't, very happy about it. Well, some people were, Eagles fans in particular. But I think this year we can all agree that most of us were happy that Seattle won, except for Patriots.
Yeah, as long as you weren't a Patriots fan, you were thrilled. You were didn't really care who won.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Because at least it wasn't the Chiefs or the Eagles or just some team that is usually in the Super Bowl more often than not, which is those particular 2 teams I just mentioned. But yeah, we'll break down the Super Bowl, all that stuff here on Season 3, Episode 76 of the 3rd and 10 podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Nguyen. Joined by my guy, Brian Germinaro, as always. Brian, good to see you, my friend. How did you enjoy the Super Bowl? Was it with friends? Was it with family?
I was chilling at home. My sister's boyfriend came over. Nothing crazy.
Nothing too crazy. I feel you. Yeah, I was working that day, but thankfully it didn't go as bad at work. It does help that we had a lot of people on the shift during the game, which lessened the amount of tickets that were had per person. And to be able to watch the game and I was in a Zoom with my with my coworkers and my leads as bosses and whatnot. So it was cool to be able to multitask between working and watching the game. A lot of fun. Wasn't fun for Drake Maye and that Patriots offense. Of course,
Drake Maye had a rough day out there.
He sure did. We'll break down both sides today. And give our thoughts on that. Talk about the halftime show. Also, the halftime show actually before we get to the game itself, actually, because it wasn't that bad. I told you guys I thought it was not gonna be as bad as we thought. Honestly, I was right. Well, in my opinion, I was right.
I think it was just fine. Like, I don't think it was terrible. I think it was just like, I don't want to say forgettable because it won't be, because it was like the first halftime show to like be in Spanish, but like I don't think there was anything like crazy that stood out from it. I feel like it's so wrapped up in politics, which is absolutely stupid and stuff. But
yeah, I get
whatever.
You.
Whatever. I think it was fine. It was average. Like if I know Set the Edge on YouTube does like a tier list of Super Bowl halftime shows. I think he'll put this at like C. I think it was a C. On a A through F scale, probably a C.
I get you. Nothing wrong with that. I think for a lot of people, they may agree, and it may be for their own particular reasons.
It's the people. It's the crazies on the left who think this was an A+. It's the crazies on the right who think this was an F-. And then like there's normal people who are like, yeah, that was probably fine.
Yeah. I think it was a solid B for me. I think does it help that I didn't understand like what he was saying? No. But at the end of the day, there was a lot of meaning to it. I guess there was like so many things that stood out, whether it was an actual couple getting married during the halftime show.
That was like real. That was real. That was okay. Yeah, that was cool. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, I like that. I don't know if it's that staged or not. I don't know, but if that's actually because they panned so quick from it,
Yeah.
I'm like, I kind of would like to see her reaction a little bit more.
Yeah. Apparently, the couple, they asked him to be at their wedding, but he did the one better. Was like, why don't you just come with me and perform
I
perform
mean,
at,
yeah,
at the
that's
Super
way
Bowl. So
better.
yeah. So that was real. The little kid that he gave the little Grammy award to. That was heartwarming to see as well. Just a bunch of hidden meanings that you have to look into. For me, the reason I gave it a B was that, and I don't mean to sound like a hater. I just didn't understand. I understood why he brought in Lady Gaga. I do. I just don't like the fit because the Latin mix with "Die with a Smile" just didn't fit for me. I tried to enjoy it. I did. It wasn't like bad. It just wasn't something that I was like, oh, okay, I guess I guess.
Well, it's not an all-time memorable
Yeah.
one. It's
No.
not Prince singing in the rain. It's not Springsteen jumping around on thing. It's not oh my god, I'm trying to think like another. Not Katy Perry riding on a lion with left shark.
Yeah.
It's just like okay, cool.
Yeah. But all around, hell of a job for me personally by Bad Bunny. Honestly, these past couple halftime shows were. I know, some people may not agree, but definitely for me personally, these last two halftime shows, Bad Bunny and Kendrick Lamar last year, a lot of meaning to them.
I think Kendrick Lamar did a little too much Drake stuff. I think he.
Well, that it was. Yeah.
But I get it. If you don't know any of that stuff, you don't understand anything that's going on.
Yeah.
You've alienated a lot of people with that one.
Yeah, because then again, that's what his album was about this
right
to Drake and whatnot. So
and I get it. He wants to do a victory lap on Drake, and yeah, that was a victory lap. I'm just saying, we're following that beef and no rap and no that stuff. You'll be like, what is he talking about? What's going on? A minor? What the hell?
No, I get you. As I'm trying to make sure this is live on Belly Up. Oh, it is.
Yeah, something's weird going on with Twitter.
Yeah, I was gonna try to, retweet it to the world, but I guess I'll try to do it later. I guess.
Tweet the broadcast itself.
Wow. Okay, I'll fix it shortly then. But yeah, no, that was good. Pre-game festivities were solid. Charlie Puth singing the national anthem. Amazing job. Coco Jones doing her thing as well. She was great in the pregame as well. Yeah, in terms of non-game festivities, pretty good effort all around, I would say.
Yeah, I didn't get the concert before the game. Why did Green Day perform before the game? I wasn't getting that. I like Green Day a lot. I would rather Green Day be the halftime show. Yeah, that's just me. But I'm like, okay, why are you performing before the show? I'm not getting this here.
Well, I'm
a little confused here, guys.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Green Day does share some relation with the Bay Area, right?
Yeah, they're from the Bay Area. Yeah, which is why
saying.
I said they should do the halftime show, because they're from the Bay Area, and there's the connection.
Am I tripping, or do we usually not have pregame concerts?
We normally don't.
Well, hey, we're trying to be different, man. I get.
Oh, but I heard opening ceremonies, okay, they're gonna be out the parking lot somewhere.
Yeah.
More of a tailgate experience, you have for other things. I'm like, no, they're performing on the field. What's going on?
I think it's because we're celebrating the America's 250th anniversary, probably. That may be
make it a little more of a spectacle.
Maybe behind that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That could be a good point.
So, it was solid. They did a hell of a job too themselves. So I like I said, in terms of non-game festivities, went pretty well. Now to the game itself, because I tell you, did not expect it to go the way it did. As you guys know, I picked the Patriots to win, and I could never be far from the truth. Because holy crap,
they weren't even in the final score itself is misleading too. Well, it was 20. Yeah. It was 22-13, right, or 29-13.
29-13. Yeah, I mean it was.
And it's it was way more of a blowout than that.
Oh yeah, because Seattle's defense was doing a hell of a job. We'll start with Seattle first, and their efforts, because Yeah, Drake Maye was dying back there. There's no doubt. From the moment the game started, it was Seattle's defense was all over him. They were causing havoc all game long. Um, whether it was Ernest Jones doing a hell of a job, because I think he had 11 tackles on the day. Seahawks defense as a whole, they had like 6 sacks on them, 8 quarterback. Sorry, not 8, but 11 quarterback hits on Drake Maye. So they were killing him back there. Um, yeah, dude, I knew Seattle's defense was good. I did. I just didn't expect them to be as dominant the way they were against that Patriots offensive line, which I understand. They're a young O line. I understand that, but I just did not expect them to be that bad against that Seattle D line.
Yeah, no, the Patriots offensive line is what sunk that whole ship because they could not block anyone. We got reports today that Campbell was playing on a torn ligament. I'm not surprised if their other rookie was a little banged up a little bit because he was kind of getting bullied all night. But that was the kind of the start. I remember talking to my friend who's a Patriot fan before the game, and I said that the Patriots should just be hitting Sam Darnold the entire first quarter. Just get him rattled, get him, off his rhythm, and just do that. I was half right. The Seahawks did it, though. The Seahawks blitzed May. They kind of threw him off, and you kind of saw it throughout the game. There were a lot of bad throws by Drake Maye, which were not like Drake Maye. Like, when you think of Drake Maye, he's very good at, like, putting balls exactly where they need to be. Like, you go back to that Chargers game, that touchdown drive to Hunter Henry. He threw a beautiful ball to Henry. Same thing in the Texans game. I know he had a lot of turnovers, but there was a lot of good thrown balls. You've never seen Maye consistently overthrow his targets the way he did in the Super Bowl. And I think that had a lot to do with him not having a lot of time back there and him just kind of, being off his game.
Yeah, there was just a lot of him holding onto the ball for like way too long.
Yeah,
and
too.
Like part of me, like obviously I haven't seen the all 22 quite yet or have usually done so. But for me, I'm just like, play calling, Josh McDaniels.
Oh, play calling was terrible. I don't know what that was. That was very conservative. Yeah. A lot of screen passes, a lot of short, no, push. Unless Drake May's shoulder is a lot more messed up than they were letting on, I don't know why they didn't push the ball downfield.
Yeah, they rarely did. I mean, the couple of deep passes to Matt Collins, they were like the only ones of the game.
Yeah.
We didn't.
And they started doing it when they were blown out,
already down.
It felt like when you're playing like your friend in Madden, and he goes up a couple scores, and you kind of panic, so you just spam deep throws. That felt like what the Patriots offense was. It's like super conservative to oh, we gotta get back in this game now.
It's like now we're just throwing the deep ball. Yeah, where it's like you should have done this from the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just have a better just be able to push the ball a little more downfield. Go for the slants, go for the out routes, go more that way.
Yeah. They could never really get the rushing game honestly developed early in the game as well, which may have contributed to their struggles. Only 79 yards rushing.
Couldn't catch the ball either. There was a lot of drops in this game.
Yeah, Matt Collins was the leading receiver with 4 catches for 78 yards, but he was targeted 8 times. Demario Douglas targeted 7 times. And overall, Drake Maye finished 27 to 43. So the receivers weren't that great either. I mean, Hollins was okay, but outside of him, everyone else just really didn't step up. Stephon Diggs, who was brought in as the number 1 receiver, was shut down by Witherspoon and Woolen.
Well, there's rumors that him and Cardi B broke up before the game, so his might not have been in it.
I'm sure that may have been a little bit part of it.
I don't know if it's true or not. But I heard a rumor somewhere that they broke up.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's not because he cheated on her, but rather just taking a little break. But who knows at this point, honestly.
I heard the baby mama got front row seats, so Cardi B had to pay her way there.
Well, Stephon Diggs got a lot of explaining to do, buddy. I mean, he's already in a lot of deep water as it is. He's gonna be in court, or has already been in court to be arraigned and whatnot for his off the field decisions. But we will not get into that as much. But no, Seattle's defense.
2026 discussion. That's when we are previewing the Patriots in August.
There you go, because Stephon Diggs may miss time depending on how that decision goes. But no, overall, the running game could have gained going. Drake Maye was holding the ball for too long. Receivers weren't helping. Just overall, just not the effort, not what you want to see, or what we're accustomed to seeing from the Patriots. And look, all year long, people were like, "Oh, the Patriots had a weak schedule. That's why they're here in the Super Bowl. It kind of did show his true colors or that showed truth this postseason, because compared to the regular season, they were just struggling all postseason long and on, especially Drake Maye specifically on
Yeah,
offense.
I think it's a lot with the line. I think the offensive line just wasn't. I think it's a mix of great defense and the offensive line taking a massive step back with injuries and stuff.
Yeah, they weren't whether they weren't healthy or they just weren't ready for the bright lights, or the defenses they faced were just amazing, like you just mentioned. Just overall, not what we were what we saw was not what we were accustomed to seeing from the Patriots. And we'll talk about their future in the next segment. But no, give all the credit in the world to Seattle's defense. They were harassing Drake Maye all night long, whether it was the 2 interceptions they got off him.
They probably should have had 4 interceptions that game. I can think of 2 interceptions that probably should have gone Seattle's way. The first was, I think it was the second quarter. I think it was Austin Hooper. The ball went through his hands, and Kobe Bryant is going to make a tackle. If he's looking up, that ball's in his hands. If he's not trying to make a tackle, he gets it. And the second one's when Drake Maye threw the triple coverage.
Yeah, which again, just terrible decision making by Drake Maye, man. He just was not on his game at all. Does it help that he was being bear down on? No, but still, like I said, sacked 6 times. 3 turnovers by him.
He got sacked 20 times, which broke Burrow's record.
Jeez.
Or tied it at least. And we all talked about Burrow not getting protected that whole playoffs.
Yeah. And it's not like the Patriots' offensive line is bad. They have pieces on there. It was just they're young.
It's young and banged up is all it is.
Yeah. Like the left side.
If you look at Will Campbell from week 1 through 14, he's probably a top 20 offensive tackle in the league. It's after the injuries when we saw this massive step back in his play.
Yeah. Look, and they're young, and they'll be better in the future. Yeah. But, like we'll discuss in the next.
They had a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do this offseason.
They do, yeah.
But I trust what the flashes we saw. I think they have building blocks. Andrew Thomas was terrible in his first year. Look at him now.
That is true. And we'll discuss our next segment where it's like, look, they can get better, and they will get better. Both Will Campbell, Jared Wilson, the rest of the O-line, Drake Maye, and the whole Patriots team, as
Drake Maye getting better is like, how much better can Drake Maye? Like, besides the playoffs, how much better can Drake Maye be?
Less turnovers and whatnot. There's a few things, but it's a matter of, will these things even matter? Because the question is, will they be back? And we'll discuss that shortly. But let's go to the winning side, because they deserve all the more talk than the Patriots do. Honestly. Wow. Look. Sam Darnold did not have to. Yeah, it was.
It's a movie.
Oh yeah. He did not have to do too much, and that's a good thing.
Frankly, he didn't have a great game out there.
He really didn't. 1938, 202, a touchdown. But they protected him.
Big performance will always be the NFC Championship game. That will be the performance that like everyone thinks about.
Yeah,
with him.
It was when you look at the stat line. If you just look at the stat line, and it's like, oh, okay, so he low-key had a almost Sam Darnold type of game, right? Because he always has one of those per season. But if you watch the game, it's like they really didn't need him to do that much.
No.
Like, sure, only completing 50% of your passes isn't the greatest in the world. But then again, it's like it didn't hurt them.
No.
Like, their running game was outstanding to the point where there was not much stress on Darnold. Like, Kenneth,
he won MVP. How much more do you want?
Yeah,
he won. The running game was so great that Kenneth Walker won MVP.
He carried that offense. They ran the ball 32 times, and he had 27 carries, which I believe is one of the most in Super Bowl history. Like 27 carries is insane. The next closest was George Halani, their backup, with 2. So they really trust, they obviously without Charbonnet, you had to trust Walker, and Walker really rewarded them with their trust.
Walker gonna get paid.
He sure is. He's a pending free agent, so we'll see what his future looks like. But when you're coming off a Super Bowl MVP and a Super Bowl win, you're gonna get a lot of, you're going to get interest from other teams, but also
just sitting back and like somewhere just smoking a cigar, just giggling to himself.
Like, we're gonna get you paid, and he's only 25.
So much money.
He's only 25 years old, so he's quite young.
Yeah, so he doesn't have the wear and tear. Some like when Saquon hit free agency, he was 27, 28.
Yeah. And if you think about if you look at Walker's career, right, or especially this year specifically, He wasn't this like workhorse RB1 back. Like, yes, we saw in the postseason because he had to be because Charbonnet went out, but like his carries were always eaten into by Zach Charbonnet. So as much as we want to give credit to Walker himself for the incredible season he's had, we have to give credit to Zach Charbonnet too for helping lessen the load on Walker, right?
Yeah. It didn't burn him out.
Yeah,
he was fresh for this postseason run.
Yeah, because look at last year, because Walker only played 12 games, right? And this year he played all 17, and it helps when you have a solid RB2 back there to work alongside you. So the fact that they were able to have that 1-2 punch all year long, and then that allowed Walker to be, fresh for the NFC Championship game and for the Super Bowl when Charbonnet was out in the divisional round. So give credit where credit's due. To the depth that Seattle has at running back, but this doesn't, I'm not trying to discredit Walker in any way. He was great in the rushing game, the receiving game. He had made an impact as well. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he had 2 catches for 26 yards. So not crazy numbers, but he did make a contribution there as well. Usually Charbonnet's in there, the receiving back, I should say, but. He was great. Cooper Kupp stepped up, obviously with Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's how you say his last name, Drewski. He was being blanketed a lot by Christian Gonzalez and that Patriots secondary. They did not let JSN dominate whatsoever. But that opened things up for who? Cooper Kupp, who we saw in Super Bowl. What was it? The one against the Bengals, where he was obviously the number 1 target for Matthew Stafford. He was the same for Sam Darnold, in the Super Bowl as well. 6 catches, 61 yards for the veteran on 12 targets. So, Cooper Kupp, great year for him. He was always brought in to be just this complementary piece.
Yeah,
right? Not to be this number 1 guy, but when the light shine the brightest, he stepped up in a big way and was dependable. So
it was that was his role. It was to take pressure off JSN, and if the break glass in case of emergency, if JSN goes down, we have a reliable veteran receiver that we know can help us tread water. Maybe not reach the same heights as JSN because he had a historic season, which we may never see again. But I think Kupp clearly showed that he could step up for a short period of time and be the wide receiver 1. He did a great job in Super Bowl Sunday 60.
Hell yeah. We didn't see the big game from Rashid Shaheed though. Usually,
Well, he had the big target downfield with Christian Gonzalez.
He did.
I feel bad. Christian Gonzalez had a tremendous game, and it's just going to be forgotten about.
I know, because he really had a couple of nights. Was it that deflection he had?
The deflection, and he should have had a pick in the end zone too.
But it's just he was great. Look, when healthy, he is one of the best corners in the league.
Oh, easily.
But it's just a matter of staying healthy, and he was relatively healthy for most of this year, if I'm not mistaken. So, but no, Seattle's offense, man. Obviously it helps that you bring in Rashid Shaheed before the deadline to help lessen the load on JSN and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, because you have 3 receivers that can hurt you, so you can't really. It's not like you can double team one and kind of like, all right, well, we'll not double team you, but we'll get like the linebacker or something just to kind of play like a safety around you.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we got 3 guys you got to cover. Oh my god,
like sweet, yeah,
great.
And I will say, like, I don't think,
this.
and I don't think, and I'm not trying to sound like a hater again, but like, I don't think Rashid Shaheed is like this, solid receiver, number 2 receiver. But
no, he's a deep threat specialty piece, gadget.
Yeah,
piece you can use in your offense.
Like you set him on a go route, or you set him up for a screens and stuff. He's basically good at that. Otherwise,
he's what Jalen Hyatt could be if Hyatt ever.
Oh my god!
If Hyatt,
oh my god, yes.
The way we want to use Jalen Hyatt is exactly what Rashid Shaheed is.
That's a great.
The way we talk about like when we played the hypothetical game, the offseason, like, well, what do we want Hyatt to be this year? We talk about all these different things. It's just we just described Rashid Shaheed.
Hell of a comparison. No, I 100% agree with that one. I didn't even think of that actually, because it's like he's not a great route runner. Shaheed is, but neither is Hyatt. He's known for deep go routes down the field, being a kickoff, / punt specialist, perimeter specialist. I should say. He
uses speed to his advantage. That's all it is. He's a speed. He's a speedster, and he's like, I know I might not be able to run a better route than you, but I know I can burn you.
Devin Hester with better hands. That's how I think of it, honestly.
Yeah, that's another good way of putting it.
So, but Jalen Hyatt, if you're listening or watching, you're probably not. But hey, let's maybe be like Rashid Shaheed a little bit, huh? And
if he has an opportunity, though.
Well, true. Harbaugh might cut his ass, anyways. But yeah, Shaheed didn't do too much in the rushing game, of course, or in the receiving game. Only had 2 catches for 27 yards. But at the end of the day, he had that key kickoff return for a touchdown to set the tone in the playoffs earlier this couple
that's
weeks
kind of
ago.
when you knew, like, oh, the Seahawks are
they came to play.
They had a great regular season, but like, A, you're waiting for the shoe to drop. B, it was in a really tough NFC West, so like, how much did like playing in that take out of them? As soon as you saw that kickoff return, you're like, oh, this is a dangerous team. This is a problem team. This if we're looking for a dominant team, which we all kind of felt we didn't have this year, I think the Seahawks just set themselves apart in that department.
If they're the closest thing to the most dangerous team in the
they're
NFL.
The closest thing to that, like, that Chiefs team or that Patriots team that would just like, oh, you can never count out this.
Yeah, because they have everything. You have a solid quarterback who gets the job done. You have a really good running game, great receivers, a solid offensive line who protected Darnold all night long. Only had a lot of 1 sack on the night, which was great. And again,
top 5 defense.
Top 5 defense. And Mike McDonald, give all the credit in the world to him, man. There's a picture going around of a still shot of him. I guess either he was writing or drawing up a play, and there's 2 defenders behind him, like looking. Like when I saw that, I was like, damn, they're really bought in, which is obvious. But 2, it's like,
the culture in Seattle is great. Yeah, like, that's why I'm sure, like, we talked about it. Like, is this sustainable? As long as McDonald is at the helm, this is 100% sustainable. He is the rising star in the coaching world right now.
Yeah, that defense will be great for years to come. And congratulations again to Julian Love and Leonard Williams, former Giants. Good to see them win a ring. Obviously, they played their role with the Giants.
Love got the interception, the second interception on Darnold on May.
Yeah,
which was great, but also like, man, why did we let you shoot? Why did we let you go?
Could have been us. Hey, 2 great safeties that we had in both Xavier McKinney and Julian Love gone. So
and they both elevated their game after they're gone. Like, Love was a good safety for us, but like he wasn't this with the Giants. Same thing with McKinney. McKinney was better than Love was with the Giants, but he wasn't this like ball hawk safety that was like leading the league interceptions.
Yeah. And I think for Leonard Williams specifically too, like he didn't do he was basically the same player for Seattle as he was with the Giants.
He's just overshadowed by Dex.
Yeah, he was. I think overall Leonard Williams was always a solid defensive lineman. Like, he's never a guy that's going to get sacks, but he'll get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
With us, he didn't put up crazy numbers, but he put up solid numbers, and he did the same thing with Seattle.
Leonard Williams is a good defensive lineman. The problem is there are like the hundreds of Leonard Williams type players in the league you can find.
Exactly. So hopefully
like Darius Alexander could just be the next Leonard Williams.
He filled in the role quite. Yeah.
If he is, I'm more than happy if his development is just Leonard Williams.
Yeah, we saw in his first year, like there were moments where we saw Alexander. We're like, okay, like that slow start to the year was not,
I think that's more playing time than anything else.
That plus the injury in training camp and whatnot. But as he got more, as he got healthier, got more playing time, we saw flashes of what he can do.
Yeah.
Yes, because he was he was known to be this 3rd round steal, right? So, So yeah, see, in terms of Seattle's defense, Seattle has all the pieces to be good for years to come.
Yeah.
Now, it does hurt that they lost their OC, which
did you see his post-game interview with NFL Network?
Yeah, where
it looked like he wanted absolutely no business being there. He's I don't like this.
Yeah, because like the first, the main topic was like, are you
the Raider job? Yeah,
yeah, and it's like, I get it. Like, I get that's the media's job. I do. But at the same time, it's like, you got to let the
time and place.
Yeah, let him enjoy with his team, man. Like, he just won this Super Bowl. It's going to hurt that he has to, leave them, even though it's going to be for a better job. As you're not going to pass up a head coaching job.
No. This is what the reporter should have done. The reporter should have focused on the Seahawks win, what do you think of the team and stuff. And instead of asking about the Vegas job, she should have been like, there are rumors about you going to Vegas. If that's the case, what will be your lasting memory of this Seahawks team?
That's a good one.
That's a way of saying I'm leaving, but keeping it on the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm. You should have been the one interviewing him, to be honest. But I digress.
Yeah, I interview a lot of coaches. I know how to ask questions.
You're solid, exactly. It does help, for sure. But no, with Kubiak, I think leaving. Here's the thing. First, congrats to him for getting the Raiders job. He has a hell of a checklist to accomplish over there, because they need a lot of help over there in Vegas. I know they're gonna get their quarterback of the future about a couple months from now. But there's still a lot of things that need to be fixed with that Raiders team. But it's
a 5-year rebuild. There's no doubt. There's no like two ways about it. It's a 5-year rebuild in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be some time. So okay, hell of a season by both teams, Seahawks and the Patriots. Sam Darnold winning, a Super Bowl is heartwarming to see. But let's focus on the future now. Okay, we talked about the game, I feel like, enough. Let's focus on the future. Seattle. You're not going to have your OC, next year in Clint Kubiak. Who knows who that next person is going to be? I think all of us can agree with 100% certainty that Kubiak was one of the main reasons why Sam Darnold had the season he did. Like, yes, Sam Darnold has his game has grown, has changed, and he's
not the quarterback he was with the Jets anymore.
No, 100%.
Working with Shanahan, working with O'Connell, now working with Kubiak.
Yeah,
they have unlocked something in
when you work with good OCs, they will get the best out of you, and that's and Sam Darnold is an example of that. Here's the thing. One, this is my first question to you: is this? Will Kubiak leave? Is Kubiak? How do I say this? With Kubiak leaving, do you think Sam Darnold will continue this level of play, or will it regress a little bit?
I think it's going to regress a little bit, just because I think Kubiak was so perfect, and he's going to be learning a new system and stuff. If they're smart, they look at the Niners coaching staff and the Vikings coaching staff, and like maybe it's a quarterback's coach, just someone that worked with Darnold that helped him become the player he was. He gets that player. But Kubiak was such a great OC. There's always going to be that step back the next season. I don't think Darnold's going to be a bad quarterback. I think he's still going to be a top 15 quarterback in this league, which you probably make the argument he was this season.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be that game manager type quarterback. He might just, maybe have a couple more Sam Darnold games than he has, or just, maybe like, the numbers dip a little bit.
Because, then the reason I asked that question is because, when I see Seattle's season and the way it unfolded and culminated in the Super Bowl win, I think of last year's Eagles, right? Which is ironic because they're both bird teams. But, a great season by both teams, led by dominant defenses, an outstanding OC, a quarterback who is a game manager. Let's be honest. Jalen Hurts is not the top 5 quarterback.
Jalen Hurts is just an athletic game manager.
An athletic game manager, no doubt about it. And their OC, which at the time was Kellen Moore, he left for the Saints job, and look what happened this year with the Eagles, right? So and that's why I asked the Sam Darnold Clint Kubiak question, because it's like, it's possible Seattle regresses, because I don't think
right. It's definitely possible they regress. And I think they will regress a little bit.
Yeah.
I also think that I have more trust in McDonald and the Seahawks hiring of an OC than I do Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, I get you.
Because McDonald's is leaps and bounds way better of a head coach than Sirianni is. Everyone who watches football can agree to that.
I think it's too early to say, because then again, I know Sirianni is annoying as hell. I do. But at the same time, you can't deny his resume. Every time he's been a head coach.
Right, but he's had an all-star team around him his entire tenure.
Yeah, but true. But I don't think that should be held against him, to be honest. He's done a good job. I think McDonald is just the better guy. I think this is the start or something for him. Yeah, no, for sure. I think McDonald will be Madonna will make Seattle a
The Seahawks
consistent.
won a Super Bowl and still feel on the rise, where the Eagles, it feels like we're on a downturn right now.
Oh,
with
yeah.
them.
No.
With all the drama.
Coaches don't want to be there.
Yeah. The players don't want to be there. No coach wants to go coach for that. It feels like Sirianni has messed up what could have been a dynasty in Philly.
Yeah. Now, and honestly, it's going to be beneficial for us because as Giants fans.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Gives us a possible chance of winning the division next year. Not to get too far into it, but
we're not winning the division next year.
Well, you never know, man.
We're a 500 team. We're going to hunt for a wild card. That's the goal.
I know. But you got to admit, the Commanders are going a little bit down as well. Jayden Daniels kind of lost that touch.
We are ascending at the perfect time. It's just like, it's not next season. It's the year after it where it's all going to work out.
We have to wait longer?
Next year's a transition year. It's transitioning to the Harbaugh era and, making sure all the pieces fit nicely together. And then it's like, all right, this was, we all felt each other out. We all know how we work together now. We got it. All good. All right. Division next year, boys.
One step at a time.
Baby steps, guys.
True.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah. True. That is true. Now, if you guys want to make some magical playoff run next year and win the damn Super Bowl in LA,
listen, we're not gonna say no to that.
would not mind that one bit. Where I will call off sick that day if we have a chance to win the damn Super Bowl. I'll tell you that much right now. Will it happen? Probably not. But hey, it would be nice. My second question was Seattle. I just lost my train of thought. Well, maybe that was my question. Oh, we don't think they're going to repeat.
They're not going to repeat.
I don't think they're going to repeat.
There's too many question marks on the team right now. Everything worked well this year, but will Kenneth Walker resign? And if he doesn't resign, is Zach Charbonnet really good enough to be a bell cow back? Because we all saw with Tony Pollard when he had Zeke. Yeah, when Tony Pollard was a running back 2 behind Zeke, he was fantastic. That allowed the Cowboys to, move on from Zeke and make Pollard. And then Pollard struggled. Mm-hmm. Zach Charbonnet, there's no guarantee that because Zach Charbonnet was a good RB2, he's going to be a good RB1.
Mm-hmm.
JSN is going to see some regression. He's not going to put up a historic season like he did last year. The defense is getting a little older. So, while I think the Seahawks are still going to be good and it's going to be the start of something, we're going to see a step back just because of natural things.
Yeah. Plus, that division is tough as hell.
The division's a gauntlet.
Yeah, 14-3 in that NFC West, where it's the Rams and Niners, causing headaches and
and this is the Niners. The Niners were 14-3 with half the roster being injured. What happens when they're at full strength again?
You're damn right. You could argue if they were fully healthy, and I know it's a what if scenario, but if they were fully healthy, you could argue they could have been here in this Super Bowl,
100%
winning, playing in their own state in their home stadium, and honestly, with that defense that they have over there as well, you could argue the same result would have happened. And Niners would have won a Super Bowl. But then again, it's even if no one's healthy, playing into the postseason and into the Super Bowl. You have to be.
But there's a whole the Niners were a whole nother level of not being healthy.
Yeah, no, dude. It seemed like every week they were losing a starter per game, which sucks. But no, with Seattle, I fully expect them to be back in the playoffs for sure. They're going to be a consistent playoff contender for years to come. And again, just credit to the coaching staff, credit to Sam Darnold for just doing his thing, doing his job. Not overdoing it, not doing too much. And shout out to just the players around him for just doing a hell of a job. So now with the Patriots, this is a team I'm more concerned for between Seattle and themselves, because this is a point you brought up about a couple weeks ago. I don't know if the Patriots will be back in the Super Bowl for quite some time.
I need the offseason because they have the most cap space in the league.
Because and that's great. And Mike Vrabel is a hell of a coach. But here's the thing that went through my head was, and I'm piggybacking off of you because of what you said. The AFC is it's only going to get better. They're going to be back. The AFC themselves are going to be back. Lamar's going to be back. Joe Burrow's going to be back. Josh Allen's going to be Patrick Mahomes, who I said before the Chiefs probably won't win another Super Bowl, but they will be contenders. They're going to be back as well. Like the fact that the Patriots went 14-3 this year is one, weak schedule, and two, just a lot of luck went their way. Every, in the postseason, they played a Chargers team that was, let's be honest, known for being chokers in the playoffs, or not chokers, rather they just don't perform in the playoffs. Then you faced, why is my mind blanking? Who did they play after Texans. The Chargers? The Texans. Who CJ, you play them in a bad weather game where CJ Stroud just didn't look like himself, like he didn't look like himself all year long.
Well, CJ Stroud is CJ Stroud, what we just saw. That's CJ Stroud. He's looked bad these past 2 seasons. He's a bad quarterback.
That rookie season is
rookie season's the outlier. It's 2 bad seasons like this. That's the CJ Stroud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you played a Denver team, right? That was, that didn't have Bo Nix because they lost him in the divisional round. So it's like a lot of luck.
If Bo Nix is in that game, the Broncos probably win that game.
Yes, more of a fighting chance than with Jarrett Stidham at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
That's safe to say. And the schedule is not going to be as easy as it was this year for them. I don't know. Their future is very uncertain to me. Will they make the postseason? Probably.
I think they're going to be a consistent playoff contender. I do. Because I said, like, in the rant you're referring to, I said the Patriots were on the rise. They had a great season and will only get better when the line gets older. As Drake Maye develops more, they're probably going to be in the market for an A.J. Brown when he's, on the open market this offseason. Probably go out and get a good, like, an elite pass rusher. I'm not talking like, Williams, Wilton was good, but you need like a game record, like a Brian Burns and stuff. I feel like if they get that, plus with all the chaos happening with the Bills right now, it kind of seems like the AFC East is there. So I think you're right in the point of they might not make it back to the Super Bowl, but I think they'll be constantly contending for one.
Because I think between the two teams, I could see Seattle's the likeliest to return the Super Bowl.
Seattle is the way more likely team to return the Super Bowl. That I will definitely agree with you with.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know, with New England, I just have a feeling something. I don't know. I think just with the teams in the AFC, it's going to be a tough road back.
They're going to take a step back next year. That is definitely, I think, part of it. They should take a step back unless they have like a crazy offseason, which is like this team is just way better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of hate what's going on with the Bills right now. So I don't trust them to be like, oh yeah, this is our division again. Yeah. I think it's going to be a dogfight between those two teams again.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I don't think the Dolphins or the Jets are going to compete for the AFC East next year.
The Jets are rebuilding, and the Dolphins are just I don't know what they're doing.
It's to the point where I heard they're willing to pay some of Tua's contract to get to just trade him away.
Yeah, makes sense.
So look, the Patriots and Bills are going to be contending with each other for the division, but I have a lot more confidence that Buffalo's going to bounce back, and the Patriots are going to regress a little bit. So, not to get too far ahead, but I do think the Patriots would be a wild card team at best next year, honestly. Mm-hmm. I've been wrong before, and I could look like a complete idiot once next, January comes around and we see the Patriots within the division again. Who knows? I don't know. Just have some uncertainty towards that Patriots team and their future. But that does not, I'm not trying to discredit them. They had a hell of a year. Drake Maye, and it's just his second year, making the Super Bowl. Very impressive. Will he be back? Who knows? Dan Marino made the Super Bowl when he was
it's so guaranteed to be back.
Yeah, never a guarantee. Dan Marino, made the Super Bowl at a very early in his career. Never tasted it afterwards. So,
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's another one. So,
granted, Joe Burrow still has some time left, but just do you really have any hope with how the Bengals have played these past?
Probably not. Look, they were. That's their Super Bowl year, man. You had incredible offense, right? But that defense just let them down. It really did, man. So, no guarantee that you'll ever make it back to the big game. And hopefully, for Patriots fans, this is hopefully not the last time they see their young quarterback and their team in this Super Bowl as a whole. But again, it's always a tough road back, no matter who you are. So, unless you're the Chiefs, who made it so freaking consistently, it wasn't even funny at that point. So, but hey, man, hell of an NFL season, huh? Hell of a year. Of course, our team didn't do as well like we expected, but there were a lot of good things and bad things that we saw. Many games of the year candidates out there that we saw as well. Breakout seasons from guys we didn't expect to have breakout, whether it was Drake Maye having the season he did, Caleb Williams has as another player as well. Just overall a great NFL season. And it's kind of sad that we're not going to have football for the next.
Yeah, I know this is always the hard part.
Yeah,
it's like just like what do we do now?
I know. Yeah, and that that begs the question: what is the future of this podcast look like? Do not worry, we will not be taking a break. Me and Brian discussed this before we recorded the show today. There will be no breaks.
No breaks.
No, sir. We are all gas, no breaks. And why? Because there are still other stuff to cover. We have baseball season. Pitchers and catchers report tomorrow.
Some teams are reporting today, and then I know the Mets report tomorrow.
Okay, sweet. We have baseball talk to discuss as well.
Well, baseball classic is coming up, so that will dominate.
There
we got Olympic stuff to cover.
Yeah, okay.
NBA.
No offense to the Olympics. I don't know about all that.
You don't like the Olympics?
I could not watch it. I tried, and I'm just like, nope, did no interest.
I love the Olympics.
Well, in terms of the 2028 Olympics, when we get there, yes, I will be talking about that for sure, because we're gonna have flag football and basketball and all those things. I'm very interested to see what the U.S. basketball team looks like, because we're not going to have LeBron over at the Olympics for sure. Yeah. That's not going to happen. Curry, probably not. Kevin Durant.
It'll be the next gen. It'll be next gen of US basketball.
So Anthony Edwards, I don't freaking know. But we got basketball talk coming your way here on the 3rd and 10 podcast, in the future as well. Baseball talk, like Brian mentioned, the WBC. Combine, draft previews, all those things.
Ton of offseason rumors and all that. Yeah. There's tons of stuff to cover, guys. Yeah, March Madness is coming.
That's right. Did we do a bracket last year? If we didn't, we will do so this year. If we did, then we'll do it again. Well, we shall do a bracket. Maybe we'll do a combined. We'll have our own brackets. Maybe we'll do one together. Who knows? Yeah. Man. If only one of us, if one of us made a perfect bracket, we would win like $1 million. Is that what the giveaway is?
It's a lot. If you get a perfect bracket, you would never have to work again in your life. Just with all like the sponsorships you would get, all like the ad deals, all that. You become a celebrity overnight.
If I made a perfect bracket and won, I wouldn't tell anyone. But there will be signs,
and then you never hear from me again.
There will be. I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs that I.
No. I would tell every single person I'd be the most popular man in America for 2 months, and then you would just never hear from me again.
It disappear from the face of the earth.
I would just disappear. I would hire like the best, money making people possible to, invest the money I made for like the perfect bracket stuff, like. Put this in accounts to make me richer. I'm going to go watch a ball game.
Go be pool. Yeah, either be at a game or be poolside or just.
There's a great life. Jerry Seinfeld. It's always said when he retires. Let me pull it up right now. Okay. I like what he said. Is like just exactly like what I would do. Let's see. Here it is. This is a couple years ago. Okay. I turned 60 this year, and people around that age make a bucket list. I made a bucket list, turned the B into an F, and was done with it. I want to kite surf in the Amazon. Go ahead. If you want to kite surf in the Amazon, go ahead. I'm going to crack open a beer and watch a ball game. When I think of retirement, all I'm going to do is to go to a baseball game every single day. That's pretty much my big.
That's what your life would do.
That's exactly what I'm going to be. I'm going to go and just live my life as I normally will, just carefree though.
No, and sound like a good life to me. I tell you that. Sound like a good life to me. Yeah, if I won, I would probably do some sort of like, if I'm gonna follow what you were doing, I would do like a 30 games in like 30 days type thing, where I would go to one MLB game in so
Yeah, that'd
basically,
be fun.
go see all the games and their respective home stadiums in 30 days. That would be a bucket list thing that I would do for sure if I was rich or lucky to be rich. Which, by the way, there was a commercial that aired. Oh, we didn't talk about the Super Bowl commercials. We'll end the show with that and just be random for the rest of the episode here.
Yeah. There were some funny ones.
There was.
The Sabrina Carpenter's Pringles one made me laugh out loud. That was one of my favorites.
That was great.
I burst out laughing when they tackled the Pringles guy.
And
when they tackle the Pringles guy and she's devastated and then goes down and starts eating them, I'm like, this is the funniest. This might be the funniest one of the night.
Yeah, she's in tears and she's just like, ow. She's great. She's great. She's great. She's phenomenal. She's obviously my celebrity crush.
I heard her Muppet Show was great too. I still need to watch that.
Today's
I heard she nailed it.
Yeah, today is my off day, so no better time to watch it than today. So hopefully I'll get into it later.
I don't like the new Kermit voice. It doesn't sound like Kermit.
I have
the Kermit voice actor changed.
I will find out for myself then and report back to you. But yeah, overall the commercials. I mean, does it help that I was working when I was watching? Mm-hmm. Not really. Well, I'm sure it doesn't.
There was a lot of AI commercials which I didn't like.
Well, that's the future. The Ring commercial.
Which one was that?
The Ring camera, where it was like,
oh, the dog. Yeah, no, I hated that.
Yeah, that's
sad.
Yeah.
I get what they're trying to do. It was sad.
Just kind of a little scary, if you ask me.
Yeah, a little scary.
Yeah.
What else was there?
We saw some movie commercials out there, some trailers.
Disclosure Day. Cannot wait for that.
That was
like an incredible movie.
I was going towards the Minions route. By the way, this needs to be the last one. If I'm talking to Universal and Illumination Studios as a whole,
there won't be.
No, I think
the Super Movies 5's in the work as we speak.
That's fine. You cannot make more Minions movies. You cannot do it.
Why?
Dude, the core 3 is gone. Kevin, Bob, and oh my God.
Wait, they're not. Where are they?
They're not. They're done. They're not part of the next movie. Oh, Stuart, Kevin, Bob. They are not going to be in the next one.
Why?
Well, because they are going towards a new route. The Minions and Monsters movie will surround 3 new characters.
Again, why? Minions have shown to be immortal.
I know, but I guess for context, it's set in the 1920s. Basically, there is a story about how they conquered Hollywood.
I'm gonna ask again, why?
I do not know.
This movie sounds like it's gonna suck.
I have a feeling it's not gonna be as good as, but like I said, we could be proven wrong. I'm literally trying to find the name of the new characters that we're going to see. If my freaking thing will, oh my God, where is it? I apologize. I cannot find the names, but one of the Minions' names is Dick. Like I don't freaking know, man.
There's no way his name is that.
It is. It is apparently. God, what are the new Minions' names? New Minions' names. Holy crap. I can't freaking find it. This is bothering the fudge out of me. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. First look at the new leads. And I can't find it. Great. Yeah. So, screw it. Just know Stuart, Kevin, and Bob will not be a part of the next Minions movie. I apologize for not finding the right names right now. I don't know why I can't find it. They literally talked about it somewhere. I just cannot find it. But one of the new Minions names, his name is Dick. That I know for sure. And for those who are wondering, he literally looks like it.
No way.
And I will not say any more because I don't want to get canceled and in trouble. But if you look up
Yep.
His name.
Yeah.
You saw it. You see it.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
There you go. All right. What other movies came out? I think Toy Story 5. That trailer came out as well.
I didn't see Toy Story 5 trailer.
Then again, they probably showed that like. What was I? Was I tripping?
They teased Mandalorian and Grogu with they ripped off the Budweiser commercial, but instead of the horses, they were the Tauntauns for episode 5, which like is funny if you're a Star Wars fan, but if you're not a Star Wars fan, you're not gonna get it.
Okay, let's see. Yep. Like, I'm looking at the commercial that they aired again. There was some AI commercials out there. Didn't like that. Coinbase. That was
Coinbase the karaoke. My sister was really singing along to it, and then she's like, "Oh, Coinbase wasn't expecting that turn."
Oh, Fanatics Sportsbook with Kendall Jenner. Yes, that one cracked me the fudge up. Yes, I love that one. Have you seen that? Yeah, you've seen that
Which
one.
one was that?
The one where she's like, "Oh, you think I could afford all this by modeling? No. Boyfriend number one, or didn't make? You didn't. You got. Yeah, look, you gotta watch.
I was in the bathroom at this point.
Yeah, I'm probably. Yeah. Well, I swear, what movie commercials did they show? Again, it does not help that I was freaking working.
The Disclosure Day was the only movie I really cared about, and then Mandalorian and Grogu, but like it wasn't really a trailer; it was a teaser.
Yeah. The Mario one, that was one.
Oh yes, the Mario.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Super Mario Galaxy. I am. Does it help that Yoshi's gonna be part of it now? Yes, my favorite character is Yoshi out of all the people in Mario. My impression is Yoshi. I can't, bro. It's early in the morning, so my voice isn't there yet. But I usually do a pretty good Yoshi impression. Or I think I do. So that movie's gonna come out, and that was a commercial that was shown. Supergirl was another. Project Hail Mary with Ryan Gosling.
Yes,
that was the one I saw.
I didn't see the Supergirl one. I'm excited for that. I like Supergirl.
It's part of like pre-game.
I love Millie Alcock. She's a great actress. She's in House of Dragons. Does a great job there.
Yeah, as far that trailer was probably shown pregame, I think.
That's the problem. Is half the movies are like they're so
like,
and no one in the game,
and no one pays attention to like pregame stuff. Like they don't.
Yeah.
Another Disney movie called Hoppers, which apparently is
they made it's Avatar. It's not Avatar. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's apparently people.
It's Avatar. It's Avatar with animals.
Yeah. Let's see what else is it. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, so I guess we did not see Toy Story. So I was.
I didn't think we saw Toy Story.
Again, I did.
I would have remembered Toy Story.
I missed a lot of things, or were incorrect about a lot of things in regards to commercials and whatnot. Because again, I was just when the game was not
as the State Farm was funny.
Maybe next year I'll have this. No, I can. I was gonna say I probably can't.
I mean, the company you work for, you're not getting Super Bowl off.
Nope, no sir. But I can get a day during the baseball season.
That's their biggest day of the year.
Oh yeah, 1000%. Now baseball season's different. Because,
yes, that's different.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Otherwise,
I think we had a good batch of commercials this year. I think will like live on. But like,
there's always gonna be the good ones. Always gonna be some bad ones and all those things. So, but alrighty, my friend. Well, damn, no football. I'm sorry to spring football. I am, but you guys would not.
I'm not watching a bunch of has-beens and never worse. Sorry.
I'm not gonna go to some website and stream television, or spend time.
I tried watching it. It just feels gimmicky. It feels gimmicky.
It's just not the same. Like, yeah, no. I get it. There are names out there that we recognize that are cast-offs and all those things. I get that.
Yeah.
Just not of interest to me.
No.
Just not of interest. So
I watched it and I'm like, I just feel like I'm watching Canadian football right now. It's just how I feel about this. It doesn't feel like American football. It feels Canadian football.
That's fair. No, that's 100% fair. Now
there are cool parts of it. Like I think listening to like the play call and stuff was cool, but like that's only going to serve like people like me and you. The casual audience is going to be like, what the hell did that guy just say?
That's only going to do so much.
Yeah.
So. But
it's one of those things. It's cool, but like when I watch the NFL, I don't miss it.
Yeah,
you know, I never like what the NFL needs to do.
Yeah. But hey, like you mentioned earlier, we have a lot of stuff to discuss in the podcast in the near future here, whether it's basketball, baseball. We'll sort things out when we get there. This will not be the end of season 3. I think we'll start season 4. What? You know what? We'll get there when we get there. Maybe when the Giants after the draft starts, we'll start season 4 then. But for now, season 3 will continue with many alternative topics to come here on this show. And we thank you guys for your support as always during this NFL season. And yeah, we'll just call it here because there's really not much else to talk about. The Giants did not make any moves whatsoever, honestly. Or did hire a few coaches.
Yeah.
Nothing to. Oh, we're interviewing Brian. You know what? You want your Giants headline for today? Here it is. Brian Callahan is being interviewed for the quarterback coach position. Fine by me. He's not. Well, actually, no. Yeah, actually, fine by me. He developed Joe Burrow. That's fine.
Yeah.
Or he helped Joe Burrow develop. That's fine by me. So, we'll see if he gets the job. He interviewed already for the OC job, so it's like, all right. I mean, and he's probably not going to get an OC job anywhere else. So you might as well come to New York and be the quarterback coach and see where you go from there. But otherwise, that'll do it. Season 3, episode 76 of the 3rd and 10 podcast. We appreciate you guys as always. You can follow us on social media. You can follow me at Nathan_Nguyen24. You can follow Brian at BrianPG1016. And you can find our podcast social media page at 3rd and 10 podcast on TikTok and 3rd and 10 pod on Twitter and Instagram. Shout out to our sponsor, SeatGeek. Use the code BellyUpSports for $20 off your first purchase, and you can find my article work, Brian's article work, and all of our other amazing podcast writers that exist at bellyupsports.com. We will see you guys on Friday and topics TBD. You'll just have to find out when you tune in. So we appreciate y'all's support, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Congrats again to the Seattle Seahawks. Hell of a season. Same for the Patriots as well. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.